Good morning, students, or maybe afternoon when you hear this. We have Halloween coming up very shortly. So I thought maybe I would read you a little bit of a scary story. This one is written by a man whose name is Lemony Snicket. What a name, huh? Lemony Snicket. And the title of this is called The Dark. How many of you are afraid of the dark? I know I used to be. I'm not anymore. The Dark by Lemony Snicket, and the illustrator is John Klassen. Alrighty, let's start on The Dark. The boy in this story, his name is Laszlo. And Laszlo was afraid of the dark. Laszlo is sitting here playing. He's looking over toward his left. The sun is doing something. It's either going down so that it's sunset or it's rising. Sunrise. But I think Laszlo expects it to be getting dark. What else does he have besides his toy trucks? He has a flashlight. Remember, he's afraid of the dark. The dark lived in the same house as Laszlo. A big place with a creaky roof, smooth, cold windows, and several sets of stairs. Sometimes the dark hid in the closet. Sometimes it sat behind the shower curtain. But mostly it spent its time in the basement. Does everyone know what a basement is? Some don't probably, because in Florida we don't have much room beneath houses to have a basement. But in this case, the room downstairs underneath the house is the basement. All day long the dark would wait in a distant corner, far from the squeaks and the rattles of the washing machine, pressed up against some old damp boxes and a chest of drawers that nobody ever opened. At night, of course, the dark went out and spread itself against the windows and the doors of Laszlo's house. So these are the stairs into the basement. But in the morning, the dark would be back in the basement where it belonged. Laszlo would peek at the dark every morning. "Hi," he would say. Hi, dark." Laszlo thought that if he visited the dark in the dark's room, maybe the dark wouldn't come visit him in his room. But one night, it did. the dark said, in the dark. The voice of the dark was as creaky as the roof of the house, and as smooth and cold as the windows. And even though the dark was right next to Laszlo, the voice seemed very far away. "What do you want?" asked Laszlo. "I want to show you something," said the dark. In here?" "No," said the dark. "Here?" "No, no," said the dark. "Downstairs." "Downstairs?" "Yes," said the dark. In Laszlo's living room was the biggest window in the house. Laszlo looked out at all the dark outside. Above him, the roof creaked, and he closed his eyes. Now the dark was all Laszlo could see. "No, no," said the dark again. "Not there. Down here." "In the basement?" asked Laszlo. "Yes," said the dark. Laszlo had never dared come to the dark's room at night. "Come closer," said the dark. Laszlo came closer. "Even closer," said the dark. You might be afraid of the dark, but the dark is not afraid of you. That's why the dark is always close by. The dark peeks around the corner and waits behind the door, and you can see the dark up in the sky almost every night, gazing down at you as you gaze up at the stars. Without a creaky roof, the rain would fall on your bed, and without a smooth, cold window, you could never see outside, and without a set of stairs, you could never go into the basement, where the dark spends its time. Without a closet, you would have nowhere to put your shoes, and without a shower curtain, you would splash water all over the bathroom. And without the dark, everything would be light, and you would never know if you needed a light bulb. "Bottom drawer," said the dark. "What?" "Bottom drawer," said the dark. "Open the Thank you, said Laszlo. You are welcome, said the dark. By the time Laszlo got back into bed, the dark was no longer in his room, except when he closed his eyes to go to sleep. The next morning, Laszlo visited the dark in the basement. "Hi," he said. "Hi, dark." The dark didn't answer, but the bottom drawer was still open. So it looked like something in the corner was smiling. The dark kept living with Laszlo, but it never bothered him again. And do you notice something? He's not worried about the dark. His flashlight's gone. The end. So, if you're afraid of the dark, what do you need? A light bulb. Laszlo's nightlight went out, and he was in the dark. But he found a replacement. So all of his fears went away. He did not need to be afraid of the dark. He just needed a light bulb. All righty? Well, y'all can talk about this. You can talk about your fear of the dark. If you have it, that's a good thing to talk about. All righty? Oh, and it's a good thing we have dark. Did you know that if the sun was shining all the time, we wouldn't be able to live, not on Earth? Because it would dry up all of the trees, all of the plants, and it'd be way too hot for us. So at night, things cool down, and that's why we can continue to live on Earth. All righty, you have a great day. See you later. I'll be back. Bye-bye.